Hello, people of the internet. When you join, say hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from on this beautiful planet Earth that we are existing on. I'm currently in my bed, which I normally don't do lives from my bed, but this felt like an important conversation to have. Hey, Tony, how are you? So when you join, say hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from. And if you can, please share this to your people so people are on here. Is that RJ? Oh, so I was like, oh my gosh. But anyway, share when you can. But who I am, Colleen Gallagher. I'm super passionate about empowering people to live a life they love. And today we have a very special topic. So it's called earning income online through consciousness. So, well, right now I forgot. We have a bundle. I shouldn't say we forgot. The whole point of this live, I'm going to share this link right now in the comments. Okay. The whole point of this live right now is because we have a bundle that's going on. We're going to pin the comment. That's going on, and it's called Earn Money Online. But I wanted to talk about my day. So today was Monday, right? And when I started my online business, so it was 3 years ago, one thing that I really, really desired, and I want to get into this, like why I'm coming from my bread, is I love my bed. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I'm someone like, I don't even want to say it's lazy. I mean, some people may call it that. I don't feel like it's that, but like, you guys, I just love my bed. I think that's part of like my branding, like what I have the greatest love affair of your life. Like a love affair is like, dude, I want to be in my bed all the time creating, all of it. Like who doesn't like food in bed? The whole thing. So anyway, what I wanted to get at, and this is something I have not talked about on these live before, but so for those of you who know, I definitely explore consciousness. I do it through books. I've done it through plant medicine in that perspective. Some other people may have another word for it. And I do it with a lot of energy work. Like I do a lot of different things. And sometimes those of us who explore consciousness and who explore the world of energy and the metaphysical, when we go deep into a awakening, deep into a breakthrough, or deep into like how we perceive it. Like even when I was in college, you guys, to be honest, even back it up, even when I was in college on the weekends, I was using MDMA a lot. I was really always exploring altered states of reality, altered states of consciousness, and understanding how like everything is connected. Like I would be like, even I would be like in college at bars or whatever, and like people would be like, having fun, partying, dancing. Like I would be like genuinely wanting to talk about like deeper things of what's going on. Like why are people dancing that way? Why are people acting that way? Why are people doing whatever it is that they're doing? Like this is like what I would always deeply desire to talk about. Like even when we go out after college, like when I was traveling the world, in corporate. Hey, Barat. I would always want to have these like deeper, meaningful experiences. Like, I was always me. And it would sometimes feel annoying because you'd like go, I don't know, you guys can relate. You go sometimes on these moments of knowing, like, I know I've got to be here. I know I've got to talk to this person. I know I've got to like, I don't know, I've got to go on this journey with cannabis, or it could be mushrooms. It could be MDMA. Like you're just like, I know that I could be tea, natural herbal tea from China, but you're like, I've got to go on this third eye journey experience. I've got to understand my body a little bit differently, like whatever that it is, like you just commit. And then like it sits in that the next day you like have to go to work and you're like, oh, for fuck's sake. Like I just went on this like eye-opening experience or this like awakening, and I don't really want to be bothered with work. Like I want to just sit in bed and lay and like integrate what the fuck I just went through. And so I I have these experiences often. Like these are probably been like 5 to 6 years of my life that I have experiences like this, where I like go deep into a a space of like profound wisdom seeking or like psychology or like making sense of reality in a different way. So last night was one of those nights, but I was specifically trying to go from these visions I'm having in my head. I don't know if you guys ever feel like you have visions. Like it's almost like there's like you know that Disney show that was called That's So Raven? She was like psychic and like coming out. Like I feel like my life has always been like that. Like it kind of feels like it's always like deja vu. Like you're seeing something happen in the future. You don't really know why it's happening. And then like you come back into the now in your body and you're like, where am I? What just happened? And then like later in your life, that vision happens and you're like, hang on a minute. Like surely I saw this vision. That was like me a lot of my life. And now that's like, and I never knew like why, like how to make those more consistent, those visions, or like, I don't know how to make sense of it. I always thought you had to like go do this job and be fucked by this. Be like, go do this job and get, annoyed by this job. What I mean, and like, ugh, for fuck's sake. And so then I started realizing you could actually earn income online 3 years ago. And I started realizing you could like actually use consciousness or like these journeys you go on with like altered states of reality. You could actually use that to make money. Like it was crazy. I never thought that you could use like consciousness or altered states of being to like earn money online. So I started to learn this. And so like basically I had a day like yesterday where I go to the beach, I like took my photos and like ironically didn't really plan it, but a friend came over and I before the friend came over I did a bath, and I have baths quite frequently. But I'm in the bath like doing just like a regular, enjoyment, filling in my life, and all of a sudden like this whole energy shifts over me. And it's like fully the dark feminine. And I don't know for those of you who are like into masculine and feminine energy, but like the dark feminine's like this, like, I mean, she's dark. Like it's like, whoa, like death is about to happen almost. And so I'm like in my bathtub and this like, it's almost like this other entity enters into my body to be kind of, that's the best way to put it. But another energy is like takes over me and I'm like the dark feminine's in me. And I like know it. I'm like in the bathtub. And I'm sitting there like declaring like things I'm letting go of. I'm like, this will be let go of. This will be let go. Like it's like crazy almost. Like it's almost like you know what's happening, but there's another energy in you. And it's like talking out of you. And you're like, that's not my voice. That's definitely not me. And I'm totally at this point like sober. Like there's nothing in my body. Totally didn't have any altered state of reality yet. Like this is just fucking normal. And I'm sitting in the bathtub and it's like, you will be released out of me. I will be emptied into what I'm ready to receive. Like empty the toxicity, like full blown. I'm in the bathtub and this is like, this energy is like going over me. And like, there's things washing off of me in the bath. Like I feel this and I'm like, whoa. So then it's like coming back into my body, like this other entity or energy, which was the dark feminine, like leaves. And then like, I come back. I'm sitting in my bathtub. And I'm like looking around. I'm like, okay, I'm going to like get my journal. I'm safe. I'm back here. Like this like peace is over me. Then a friend of mine comes over and we do consciousness. So we do, Stan, I'm going to get to yours. We do cannabis. And I did maybe, I don't know if it was, I don't even know how to do the things, but I did a lot. And I'm like, all of a sudden in this state where I'm like literally becoming one with the bed. And for those of you who have seen this on my meditation, this is like my spaceship. I'm going to get back to my bed. But this little pink pillow is like my spaceship. Like it's my real spaceship. Like I would be so sad if it ever lost. And like my bed really feels like this sacred like spaceship. It really is like this sacred space. I know a lot of people, if you're not in a love affair state, your bed can feel scary. Like someone actually made me aware of that like a lot of people don't like their bed. Like to me, like, and I really believe it's because I believe in sacred love so heavily. Like my bed is like sacred. Like my bed is like where like I could lay here all day. Like literally I could lay here all day. I create most of the time from here, like when I'm writing, posting. So I'm like, this bathtub thing happened, totally sober. And then now I'm going into this where I took cannabis. I took a lot. And I'm like melting into my bed. Like literally it's like I'm like becoming one with the bed, and it's like coming into this space. And I'm like having this experience, and I'm like literally having flashbacks of like stuff that I'm like, now the bathtub comes back and all this stuff that basically is dark feminine came over my body. I'm having flashbacks of stuff I'm letting go of. Like, and for those of you who know, my third book's coming out June 8th. You can buy it now on my website though. I could leave the link here too. But you, like, I'm having like full visions of like the man who I became pregnant with, like what was actually going on, like what was reality. And then I was like having visions of like letting go, and like having visions of like these deep interwoven cords like literally come out of my stomach. And then like I'm having dreams of my future where I'm like on this future beach, and there's like my daughter Ella who I've adopted. And then I'm like seeing visions of like my purpose and visions of like what the future of education's looking like. And then I'm having visions of my dissertation that I'm doing for my PhD, which is still 2 years away. And I'm like then like seeing this castle and like my crystals, the crystallic crystals like on people's hearts, and it's healing. And I'm like literally like, whoa, and this is in a span of like 8 hours. And I'm thinking like, fuck, tomorrow's Monday. And not in a bad way, I'm thinking like, this is going to take me a minute. And I'm thinking like, to like integrate. And I had an interview today, which is absolutely incredible. Make sure to watch it. It was on Fareed's show. It was about narcissism and codependency. So if you're like overcoming heartbreak or wanting to like really make sense of what's, you know, happening in your relationships, you know, for me, for a long time, I was not in a vibrational match with anyone I've dated because I'm like so metaphysical. Like I'm literally like, I was dating people and they're like metaphysically communicating to me, but they have no idea they're doing it. And I would like then have all these things that are happening in my head. And I would like come to them and be like, hey, you know, like this isn't going on, like da-da-da. And they're like, what are you talking about? Like I'm literally like, I'm sitting in my bed for the last 2 hours and you're coming to me with like this story of shit that's happened. Because they don't realize that we were just metaphysically connected, experiencing like 5 experiences together while we were apart. And so like these relationships were failing massively because like I'm like in an altered state of consciousness that they're not in, but their spirit's there. And I would like go in these weird relationships like this. Like they have no idea how powerful they are, literally, or like what's going on. And this is also why I believe like intuitive men and women, we can't do the polyamory open dynamic. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. I feel like, okay, let me replace that. I'm going to get to the story of earning income online. But the thing I wanted to share is men and women who are very intuitively and metaphysically gifted, like I'm talking about, and you're naturally exploring consciousness as your baseline, you can't be in a polyamorous. I feel like you could be in an open dynamic, but you can't have multiple physicalities, like multiple physical intimacies going on, unless 2 people, you 2 are deciding to do that together. And everyone involved is aware of that's what's happening. I don't really feel it can work otherwise because sexually, especially sacred love, you can't have multiple energies in sacred love. You just can't physically. If you wanted to have an experience, a one-off experience that you're doing, sure, but you can't do it as a baseline. It blocks the purity of truth. And that's really, really what I believe with sacred love. It's really what I believe with a love affair. Like I believe if you want to have your life as a love affair, it's not a judgment. I'm just saying I don't believe that you can have multiple physical intimacies with people because you block your information. You get all crazy in the mind. You're feeling other people's stuff. You don't know what's yours, what's not. And then if you're entangled with people who aren't metaphysically gifted or understanding this, it's a mess. Your nervous system is shot. It's a mess. And you can't blame these people. They're just unaware of their power, which is okay, but you've got to then like decide what you want in your life. So I'm having this whole experience last night. Like, and I already did a live for you yesterday of what I experienced on the rocks by myself. Jesus Christ. So I'm like, so this is like now at night. And I'm thinking like, oh, shit. So I'm like, wake up. And I'm like, what am I going to do today? Like, I just went on this like big experience. I like have all these thoughts. I'm trying to integrate what's going on. I'm trying to make sense of it so I can show up and help you guys. And then all of a sudden, I wake up and like money is coming in online. Like literally, you guys, it's like ding, 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 ding. Like the only notification I have on my phone is Stripe and PayPal when I get paid, because that's all. I don't know. It's important in life to know when you can get paid. You can get paid every day. You can get paid every hour, to be honest. But I'm like sitting there in this state, and the old me would have been like, there's no way that I could basically, I don't want to call it going out because that's not what it is, but to a basic human, it would look like I'm going out. I'm really actually exploring altered states of consciousness. And you were like, oh, I can't do that on a Sunday night because I got to work tomorrow. Or I can't do that on a Tuesday because I got to work tomorrow. Bro, what I've laid out in this system of earn income online, it's a 7-module series that I break out everything of like how to earn income online, how to actually be someone who naturally, as your life, explores consciousness, like actually like from the bathtub of the dark feminine taking over my body, of like I'm in the bathtub, like it's not even me, this literally is like, you will be getting out of me, I am fully surrendering, it's like you will be emptying me, like this full on being. And to then like having cannabis and then having this whole experience, and then the next day I'm just laying in bed and I'm making money. Like literally, like it just happened. It is. And I feel like that was something I thought was never possible. I never thought it was like possible to like be online communicating that I'm exploring altered states of consciousness and people are being impacted, to learn who are also exploring altered states of consciousness, to then make money online, do your purpose, live a freedom lifestyle. And actually, if you want, stay in your bed all day, because that's all I wanted to do, really. And so I teach you how to do that. I teach you exactly how to earn money online while you can stay in bed all day, while you basically would have just had an experience of altered state of consciousness. And it's I'm doing a flash sale. It's a bundle. So it's 7 modules. You'll see everything that it does there in the link. You can just click the link in my comments. It's pinned there. Usually it's $444. Today it's $111, and the sale ends tomorrow. I literally teach you, like, once you're in these altered states of consciousness, how to receive your goals. So how to actually, like, instead of asking the question what my purpose is, like, how to actually receive what your purpose is. That's actually one of the most powerful modules in that 7 videos. I teach you how to write a post on social media that's going to sell. I teach you how to make videos that are going to sell. I teach you how to build a community. I literally teach like basically if you're a first grader, how to start sharing things online. And I think it's really important for those of you who are like me, who explore altered states of consciousness regularly, but you don't really want to talk about it because you want to seem like you're fucking crazy. I didn't really want to do this live. I didn't really want to tell you guys what I was doing. I didn't really want to tell you like how often I do it. But the reality is that is my truth. I literally like explore altered states quite frequently. It's such a large part of who I am. It's such a large part of why I have the results I do. It's such a large part of why I travel the world to over 40 countries. I've lived in 5 countries. I've lived in 5 USA states. And to be honest, I did it all by myself. I didn't have a man. I didn't go with a man. I literally went single on my own on these adventures. And so this is how you earn income online. This is how you do it, is you've got to believe that you're here for something greater. You've got to believe that you explore these altered states and that you come on and give people a space to understand what's going on in their reality. And so with that, click the link in my comments to make sure you enroll. But I wanted to see, there was a comment back here. Heightened alignment comes to us when we least expect it, caused by some change in mental development. Perhaps we're allowed to see things to prepare us for something in our future. Lessen the shock, perhaps. Yeah, I'm not really shocked by it anymore, Stan, because this is like my life. Things happen like this all the time to me. I wish that I design my life like that. I've become an open channel, an open expression. And that really is the divine feminine. And the divine masculine is also in that way, is you become an open channel. Your body is a vessel for what's meant to happen. And then you're meant to make sense of the story. You're then meant to share that story with the world. So an example with my 3rd book, An Uncompromised Life, I had no idea that I could become pregnant after cancer. I had no idea that was a possibility because I was told I'd need to be on certain medication. And, I became pregnant and I chose to let the child go. It was a very conscious decision because I could already see the future of what that would have happened. I do not feel like he would have been a good and stable dad for a child to be, because of what he's shown me, who his character was and what his life was. So I made a very conscious decision through that conscious decision, I then was given a beautiful name, Ella. I was given shown to me that I would adopt her, shown to me that I would do all these things. So then it made my healing journey a lot easier because it showed that I didn't make the wrong decision. And it showed me that through these altered states of letting things come into my reality, of trusting things that actually are absolutely crazy or doesn't look like it makes sense, are truth. And then you share about it so you can earn income online and you can lay in bed all day on a Monday if that's really what you choose to do. So that's what I have to share. That's what I desired to share. If you guys have any questions about the dark feminine, because I know that was something that just came up in I've never really shared on that, please let me know. And if you're someone who also is exploring enlightenment and altered states of consciousness, doesn't mean that you by any means have to take any supplements as I've just shared. The bathtub was probably the most profound thing, and that had no substances. I was literally in the bath, and an energy just came over and took over me. I allowed it. I invoked it. It was something that I was working for, so it's not like it just randomly did it. It was still in sovereignty. And then, I did the things, and we moved on with life. So, and then I'm here sharing with you the Earn Income Online Bundle, so you can learn how, when you're in altered states of consciousness like this, to share it and earn money online. So anyway, click the link in my comments to enroll. The sale is only good till the end of day tomorrow, Earn Income Online Bundle. And if you like this, please share it. We'd be so grateful. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. And for those of you who are exploring altered states of consciousness, don't be fooled and don't think that it's okay for you to explore them and then not talk about them. That's selfish, and that's not something that's okay. It's something that we have a responsibility to the work if we're going to be entering into altered state of consciousness, and we're going to be understanding that consciousness is the future, it is the now, we are all one, we are in unity, and that we do have these other energies that can come through us on the planet. Knowing where they come from, the different star seeds, we need to do our part and show up and communicate it and earn income to scale this energy to be present on the planet instead of dark forces that are taking over other people who are definitely earning money that are not living in their purpose and divinity. So if you're here, you have a responsibility. It's your time to earn income online. It's your time to be free. So you do have the availability then to explore states of consciousness and lay in bed all day Monday to recover and to create and to know that everything's going to be perfect and great. So make sure to click the link in my comments. I love you. We are here to rise, and you are here to live the greatest love affair of your life, which means that you get to lay in bed all day on a Monday if you so choose. So I love you. Enjoy the love affair, create it, design it, and click the link in the comments to get the Earn Income Online. Or if you'd like to go deeper on this, you're someone who's exploring this, my 90-day program is open right now. We close on March 30th, and that's where I teach you how to actually communicate, find your purpose from these altered states of consciousness of what you know to be true for you that doesn't make sense to the physical reality or a majority of people living on the planet. I help you understand how to make sense of it because, trust me, I've made sense of a lot of things that don't make sense for people. And then so that you can actually fall in love and create the greatest love story and love affair of your life, and then you actually monetize your life. So that's a much more intimate program with me. It's 90 days. This is a great starting point. It's a self-study 7-module course, $111 before it goes back up to the $444 on Wednesday morning. And there is a payment plan option if you go on my website. So I love you.